Welcome back, traders. If you're about to quit trading, do not give up. This is going to be a little bit of a mindset video. I've been trading for about 12 years now, before it was popular on YouTube, before prop firms. Okay, it's how I built the life that I live now. Obviously, prop firms are a great tool, yada, yada, yada. I'm really just going to be speaking from experience on 3 core principles, the 3 and only 3 core principles that you need to be a successful trader. Okay, now, some of you probably are aware of some of these, but if you're struggling right now, or if you were doing well and now you're struggling, or maybe if you're doing really well, this will be a good video reminder for you. So stay tuned until the end. Not going to be a long one, but should be a useful one. These are principles that I trade by every single day. Now let's go ahead and get into it. We don't really need a chart for this, but we're going to open up a chart just so we have some notes. I'll list out the principles on the screen first. Okay, the principles are edge, manage risk, and consistency. None of these are really what you think they are, though. People throw these terms out in what I call a misnomer, right? They're using a word, but it doesn't really mean what you think it means. So let's talk about edge first, okay? So edge is the idea that you, okay, not the system, that you have edge, okay? You need to have edge. Do you have a positive profit factor? So if I take 2 traders, okay, that's really what we can test. We can test the traders. We can't really test the system. Systems don't really exist outside of the context of somebody executing them, right? So you have to have edge. Okay, now edge is a combination of you and your system. So I trade the VPE. If you want to learn about VPE, go to learnvpe.com. I trade the volume profile. Edge is the volume profile. Edge really means that if you traded 100 times, okay, you're going to have a positive profit factor, not just a positive win rate, but a positive profit factor. So there are a lot of things that go into a positive profit factor, like win rate, your position sizing, blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, the only metric that I really care about as a trader, especially when you zoom out to like the monthly window, is profit factor. And the way that you do that is via edge. So there are a few things that you need to consider. 1, how many trades are you taking? And then the context of the number of trades that you're taking. This is really, really important. A lot of people talk about the number of trades, but they're not giving the context of when those trades occur. For example, you might take 5 trades between 7 to 10 a.m., okay? And that's a window of time. That's pre-market, market open, right after the market opens, okay? Someone else might take 5 trades, but their 5 trades are between 11 and 1. Those are very, very different types of trading, okay? One is when we have a pre-market wave, okay, coming into the open. Okay, a lot of data happens at 8:30, things like that. The open comes in, tons of volume comes in. The other trader is trading what is normally a very low volume period. So the number of trades that you take matters, but if you're simply just trying to change the number of trades that you take, but you're trading at a bad amount of time, it's not going to improve your edge. Okay, so edge is the collective outcome of you plus your system as a trader. It's all the things you do. If you take 100 trades, do you have a positive outcome? If you're watching this video, maybe you don't. But there are some things that you need to think about, and I want you to recontextualize how you think about the number of trades that you take. Okay, manage risk. We're gonna talk about risk in a second, but all the things that you think are, good ideas in trading, you need to have a context for them. A system is not necessarily going to save you, even if you trade my system, okay? Because what can happen, and this has probably happened to you, is maybe you have a really good trade in the morning and then you throw it all away, right? You take a bunch of losses in the afternoon, right? You get hyped up because you have one good trade, like, oh, I can keep doing this. But then you trade through that lunch window, you trade to the end of the day, and you end up red on the day. How many of you have done that? So you know that these are bad behaviors. You know that there is a window of time and a set of behaviors that gives a positive outcome. So part of having edge is literally just cutting out bad behaviors. When I talk about having edge, it's literally about reducing the bad behaviors so that you just remain with the good behaviors. A lot of you have systems that can give you a positive profit factor, but you're not doing the right things all the time. The second one we talk about is manage risk. So let's go ahead and open up a chart for this section. So now we have a chart open. Looking at a chart here, and we often talk about risk. A lot of people think about fixed risk. So let's just let's expand ES all the way, and let's imagine that you have 75.05 and 75.92. Okay, so this is the range. This is the ATR, well, the range of the day, right? So it's not the ATR, but it's the range of the day. So What you want to ask yourself is, if this is the maximum amounts of points available on the day, how much of that am I getting and how much of that am I risking? So a very simple way to trade would be to wait for the prior low of the day sweep. So let's just go back in time, and this doesn't really matter what system you use, okay? Let's just get rid of everything on the chart. Talk about managing our risk. So the prior day low is right here, and this is the lowest recent data point. Okay, just think of it as a data point. That gives me an entry. So let's say I'm just gonna go long once we get to this level right here. Okay, we'll hit a buy limit. Right, we'll go forward in time, and eventually we get tagged in. So the question is, if that's it and I'm expecting the market to range up to the other side of the market, how much of this do I want to risk? Now, a lot of you might be long biased, but you're not thinking about managing your downside. And a big part of managing your downside is your entry. So when we talk about managing risk, you need to have good entries. If I take this same trade, let's imagine, let's see how much drawdown there was. At this point, there was about 10 points of drawdown. Okay, it's $500 on ES. 5 points of drawdown and it goes. If I go back to the same trade, and let's imagine that I go and I take a long right here. Okay, it's the same trade, same thesis. But tell me if you've experienced this. We know because of hindsight that this trade's gonna work out. We were green, but now we're red, which is one of the worst experiences. You go from green to red, same trade idea. We're still gonna go for these all-time highs here, but now we're $1,200 in the red. So if you're somebody who uses something like, fixed stops, fixed brackets, things like that, fixed RR, okay, you're always gonna get stopped out of winning ideas because your entry is bad. So I want you to focus less on just having fixed stops, right? Again, think of the context of what you're doing. It's not just having good stops. You need to have a good entry because both traders, this guy's likely to get shaken out. This girl's likely to get shaken out, but the person who waits for prior day low to go long is going to do a lot better. Okay, so a big part of managing your risk is actually having a good entry. It doesn't matter if you always risk 10 and go for 40 points. If your entry's bad, you'll just get stopped out of winning ideas. Okay, and that's going to ruin your profit factor. It's going to affect your win rate. Okay, now the other thing that I mentioned was consistency. So consistency isn't about trading every single day. Okay, if we look at the market, there are some days that are very clearly better than others. Okay, we either have really big moves in the afternoon, in the morning, etc. There's some days that are really choppy. Okay, every day is an opportunity to put risk on, but every day is an opportunity to practice or do something. So what are the activities that you could be doing as a trader? Journaling, analyzing the market, learning new tools, getting better charting, right? Refining your indicator, simplifying your indicator. Okay, asking yourself important questions like, am I doing the right activities in the right order at the right time to prepare myself? Look at the last 5 days of trading. Let's just say 5 days. On the days that won, do you understand why you won? And on the days where you lost, you understand why you lost. Did you get lucky? Did you have a plan and you executed the plan well? And are you doing those things consistently? That's what consistency means as a trader. It's about the activities. It's not just about making money consistently. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, as a trader who's been doing this for a long time, you're not going to make money consistently. You shouldn't try to make money consistently. That's one of the things that prop firms, one of the lies that prop firms tells you is that you need to make money every single day and it needs to be the same amount. Your P&L as a trader should be lumpy. It should be, because the market gives you different hands every single day. It doesn't make sense for you to make the same amount of money with different hands. If you were playing poker and you had, a pair of aces versus a 7 and a 5, you're not going to make the same amount of money, assuming you win somehow with a 7 and a 5 in hand, right? You're just not going to. You have to play every single day differently, which means your P&L should be different. And some days you're going to go all in and you should make a ton of money. And that is the goal as a trader. Ultimately, you want to have enough edge and do enough analysis to understand when you can leverage up. But the only way to do that is to consistently have good behavior with the market, not to consistently risk money, but to consistently journal, to consistently ask why you lost, consistently ask why you won, consistently analyze the windows of time when you lose, when you won, consistently analyze your own mood, consistently drink water, consistently get sleep, consistently prepare. These are the things that you need to do consistently to be a good trader. If you do these things, and I don't make very many guarantees in life, I guarantee you that you will improve your P&L dramatically. If you're not profitable, you'll probably start to be profitable. And if you are profitable, you'll probably see an exponential change in your profits. It's not changing your system, going from another system to mine or mine to another system that's going to dramatically change your P&L. I'm telling you, as much as I would love to say, go buy my course, it'll make you money. It's just a piece of the puzzle, okay? Edge, again, is the trader plus a system. No system on its own is any good. A system plus a trader. That's how you end up with Edge. So if you found this useful, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Later.